Hey everyone, welcome to Simplilearn's YouTube channel. In this session, we will learn about linear search algorithm, its complete logic, and how to program and implement it in real time. Let us take a quick look on the agenda for today's session. So we will begin with understanding what exactly is searching. Then we will learn what is a linear search algorithm. Followed by that, we will get into learning how does a linear search algorithm works in real time. Then we will look into the pseudocode for linear search algorithm. Followed by that, we will understand the complexity of linear search algorithm. And finally, we will wind up the session by understanding few important applications of linear search algorithm. I hope I made myself clear with the agenda. Before getting started, let me tell you guys that we have daily updates on multiple technologies. If you're a tech geek in a continuous hunt for latest technological trends, then consider getting subscribed to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to never miss an update from Simplilearn. Now let's get started with our first topic. Now let us try to understand what exactly is searching. Searching in data structure refers to the process of finding the desired element in the set of items. The selected item is called the target element. Any data structure such as an array, linked list, tree, or graph can be used for searching a set of elements. In data structures, searching can be categorized into two types. First type is the sequential search, in which we check the elements in a data list or an array one by one. In data structures, searching can be categorized into two ways. The first type is a sequential search, in which we check the elements in a data list or an array one by one. An example for sequential search is linear search. Now, let us learn about the next type of searching approach. The next type of searching approach is the interval search approach. Interval search divides the search in half by repeatedly targeting the center of the dataset. The binary search algorithm can be an example for interval search. We will go over the binary search algorithm in detail in our upcoming video. After understanding the logic of search and the types of search, we will get into understanding what is linear search algorithm. The linear search method is a simple search technique. In this type of searching approach, we perform a sequential search across all objects one after the other. Every element is examined, and if there is a match found, then the specific element is returned. Otherwise, the search will continue until the data gathering is complete. Let us go through an example for better learning experience. On my screen, we have the following elements: 50, 10, 20, 30, 70, 40, 90, 60 as randomly distributed elements. Let us imagine that our target element is 70. We found that our target element was 70 using linear search strategy. So, how does it work? In the next segment, we will look into the working terms of linear search algorithm. The simplest method of searching the data collection is the linear search. Starting from the beginning of the dataset, each element is examined until no match is found. The linear search is completed after the item has located. In the first stage, we compare the first element, that is 50, to the searched element, that is 70. We will go on to the next element because 50 and 70 are not matched. We will compare the second element, which is 10, to the search element, that is 70, in the next step. And once more there is no match found. Then we have the element 30 as the next comparison, and 70 and 30 are not matched. We have the next element, that is 20, in the fourth phase, and there is no match when we compare 20 with 70. Moving on to the following stage, we have the data element 70, and after comparing 70 with the search element, there is a match. We will now have the searching and display index as 4, and this index contains the searched element. We now comprehend the pseudocode of the linear search algorithm after learning the working terminology of linear search algorithm. First, we have a function called linear search, which has two variables in its parameters: the array's name, which is an array, and the search variable, which is the value. Then, using a for loop, we must search for our target variable by analyzing all the data elements in the dataset with the condition that is the searched item is identical to any set's value. We must return its index value. Now we must stop searching once the searched value has been discovered. Then we will close our if and for loop as well as the linear search function. We will now look into the complexity of linear search algorithm after comprehending the pseudocode. The complexity of linear search algorithm is divided into three categories. The best case, which is the big O of 1, the average case, which is the big O of capital N, and the worst case scenario, which is same as the average case, which is the big O of N. Here, N is the number of data items to be sorted. Let us look into how all these complexities of linear search algorithm play out in detail. First, we have the best case, which is big O of N. As a result, the best case scenario happens when the searched element is found in the dataset's first block. As a result, the search takes a constant amount of time. Here is an example of an array with 50, 10, 40, 20, 30 as the elements. Now, our search element is 50, which is located in the first location of the array. Then, there's the typical case of linear search algorithm, which has big O of N and occurs when the search element is in the middle of the dataset or any point of the dataset. With the array containing the same search element 50, we can easily see that the element 50 is present in the center of the array at the location number 2. Finally, we have the worst case, which is big O of N, which is same as that of the average case of the linear search algorithm and happens when the search element is in the last block of the dataset. As a result of the number of searches required is proportional to the number of elements. As demonstrated in this example, the search element 50 is found in the last block of the array index, which is 4. In the next segment, we will look into some real-world instances of linear search algorithms. According to the first application of the linear search algorithm, linear search is particularly efficient when it comes to discovering a particular string. Next, we will look into the second application of linear search algorithm. When a data set has only few elements, linear search is the simplest to implement. The final real-world application of the linear search algorithm is with the help of telephone directory. You may find out the name of a person with the phone number 123. This can be implemented easily using linear search algorithm. Now, let us have a look at the linear search algorithm working in practical demonstration. So on my screen, we have an example for linear search algorithm. We have included three libraries: standard input output, standard library, and console input output library. Then we have entered the main function where we have declared an array with maximum size of 50 elements, a counter variable I, a variable named target where we would store our searched element, and finally num variable where the number of elements in the array is recorded. Then we have a printf function to ask the user how many items are there in the array, and then we use a scanf function to allow input from the keyboard. So we have added %d format specifier to the scanf function, which is used for numeric values and num variable. Then using a for loop, we will try to print all the items in the array starting with 0 and ending with num variable, which is the last element. Then we will enter our search element, which we want to find among all the elements of the array. And as previously said, we'll store the found element in the target variable. Following that, we will use the for loop to examine all the elements in the array. Then we use the if statement to check for the element is identical to our searched element or not. If the element is found, we exit the for loop and we will break the keyword. And if the target value's location is less than the number of elements in the array, then we will return the location. Otherwise, if the value location is greater than the number of elements in the array, then the search will be unsuccessful and we won't be able to find the searched element. Now we will compile this code and see the output. So there you go, the code got successfully compiled. Now it is asking for the number of elements in the array. Let me give us 5 elements. Now let us enter the elements into the array. Let us enter some random elements. Now we have entered the 5 elements. Let me provide the searched element as 2. Now we have found the target element to be found in the location 2. That is 0, 1 and 2. Yeah, 2 is located in the second index location. So with that, we have come to an end of this tutorial on linear search algorithm. If you have any queries regarding the topics covered in this tutorial, or if you need the code executed in this particular tutorial, then please feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and our team of experts will be happy to resolve all your queries. Until next time, thank you, stay safe, and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.